What's up, everybody? How you doing? Bobby Simmons is in the building. As you can see, in the place to be, sitting directly next to me, ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only Malareignz is in the building. She's in the building with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you my friend here that when I had on the show plenty of times before, I always go toe-to-toe with her because I always try to get her to say things she don't want to say. So I'm not going to start that no more. We're just going to focus because things are on the greener side now. Yes. You know what I'm saying? We're much better now on the greener side. But how you been though?
Good.
It is so good to see that you are doing your thing.
Thank you.
You are out there. I don't want to say you're out there still hustling. This is just what you love to do.
At this point, yeah, I think I must love it.
Yeah.
To still keep doing it.
But you know what's good about that is that you do it, and it keeps you fresh. Because I've heard everything that you have done musically that you've done, and it varies. It varies different because you're staying in your own lane. Yes. It's like you're not really paying attention to what everybody else is doing. You're just staying in your own lane. Let's speak about that before we speak about the new stuff. Do you listen to a lot of the hip-hop stuff that's out there today, or do you just like really shun them out and just focus on you just being different?
I mean, I listen to some of the new stuff. I don't, I'm not like as deep into it like I used to be. Just because there's just not a lot of time. Like I try to keep up with everything, but I'm just always on the go. I hardly have enough time to listen to my own music, to be honest. So, I do listen to like when I'm driving. Like at those times, like when it makes sense to listen to music and stuff like that. I'll throw the radio on or whatever. YouTube a lot. We watch like new videos and stuff like that. But other than that, like we're just really kind of locked in. We're locked in the studio, and it's just about. I mean, Jay's always making beats. My partner, J30, he's just always cooking up. Yes. So there's always stuff to work on.
Do you find your material, since you said when you're in the car, you listen to radio, do you find your material fitting the format today?
Yes and no. Not every song, in my opinion, I love, of my music. Like, I'm not in love with every single song. So for me, I'm very, I think every artist is like their own worst critic. So I'm super harsh on myself. Sometimes I'll hear some stuff and I'll be like, oh my God, what is this? This is never going to go on the radio. But then sometimes if I'm in the mood, I'm like, well, this is like album cuts, or like this is like some other kind of zone. This is not everything is for the club. Not everything is for the car. Not everything is mood music.
Right. That's interesting you say that too, because you said, sometimes it's like I don't want to say regret it because you didn't say regret. You just said some things that you just don't like. But that's just it. When you're doing your work and if you don't like it, then why would you put it out? Because if you're not feeling it, then you have to realize your audience is not going to feel it neither.
Well, I don't necessarily put out stuff that I don't like. I do have to like it. I don't have to love it. Right. Like it doesn't have to be my favorite song. But you never know what other people are going to like.
Right.
So sometimes like, because I'm so harsh on myself, or because I'm expecting something from myself that sometimes I can't deliver to myself. Like I have really, really high expectations and I'm so hard on myself. And in my mind, I can see myself doing things or can hear myself doing things. And sometimes it doesn't quite translate and it doesn't come out the way I expect it to. So then I beat myself up and I'm like, oh, this sucks. But then I let other people hear it and they're like, yo, what are you talking about? This is dope. This is different. This is like not typical you. This is not what people expect from you or whatever the case. So you got to give those records a chance because you never know what they can do.
Yeah, but that's interesting. Who judgment do you trust? Do you trust? Because you have to remember, some people's ears may not, and I'm not trying to start anything really with anything within your camp of people, but some people's ears just don't really hear the art of what you're trying to do because everybody's a little bit abstract on how they work musically. That's why we had the CeeLo Greens. I can just imagine what most of his friends probably said about, his work, or even when I work with some people, first thing they always say, yo, you should get Jay-Z to be on that record. And it's like, why? I don't hear him on this record. I hear something else. So who judgments do you trust? Do you go with your own gut and say,
most of the time I do listen to my own gut. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I convince myself not to because, like I said, I'm harsh on myself. I think the best people to listen to are people not in the music business.
Oh, okay.
because they're fans. They're fans of music. They're not biased by what's hot, what's popping, what is other artists doing, what they think is gonna win. Instead, you play it for someone who just likes good music.
Right.
And if they tell you, "Oh, I like this. I think I can move to it," or "This makes me feel this way," play it for a kid. You know what I mean? They always say when a kid is feeling it, that's when you know you got a hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So play it for other people. Like, I don't always want to run to industry people because, I mean, a lot of them just are definitely biased. A lot of them listen to other people and what they regurgitate, and then they kind of take on that same opinion. You know what I mean? So sometimes I let a lot of people listen to stuff and get opinions. Sometimes I just go with my gut.
Right.
So it really depends on the record and, you know, what I want to do.
Now, since the last time that I've seen you and I talked to you, we talked about your great concept of Soul Slap. And how we talked about, you know, of course, the video that was viral of the guy that slapped the girl in the 8-ball jacket. And
Yes.
you actually made a real hot record on that. You don't have to tell a story. That's basically the concept.
Yes.
The video went viral, and again, your abstract, you know, creativity. Here was this record. Are you watching everything on social media now to come up with something? Because there's a lot of stuff on social media.
There's so much.
That you can write to.
It was just, this whole Soul Slap thing just happened the way it happened, and it was just like something that just, it was organic. I'm not looking on IG for like a new topic or whatever, even though there's plenty of it's easy pickings at this point.
Yes, it is.
I think if anything, I'm looking more for memes that I can make.
You know, exactly. Yep. Because every time you turn around, you see like social media's just got no chill button.
Not at all, and it's so fast.
Yeah,
it moves
yeah.
so fast. So to keep up with it, I feel like don't even bother. Just me personally, I don't bother to keep up with it anymore. I just post what's important, what I think the fans need to know, what makes me feel good. You know, also to just keep in mind, like the way I look at Instagram now, is like a photo album. So it's a photo album to my life, to my career. So you know, when I post now, I'm just more conscious of what do I really want people to see that represents me.
Right.
Not necessarily, okay, what's going to get a lot of likes right now.
Right. And also, I mean, you know, not for nothing, because I know a lot of people say that, but once we done got ourselves involved in social media, do you still believe or think that it can still help musically for you in your career?
Yeah, definitely, because it's the internet, and it's just it's easier to get the word out about your music and to
Right.
promote and stuff like that. I mean, for years, the majority of my bookings have been because of social media.
Okay, good.
So I can't speak against it. All I can say is that just people are oversaturating the world with their content.
Right.
And I know that content is important right now, but I think people would just get me. I want to be a long-lasting artist. I want people to miss me. I want people to want me. I don't want people to be like, all right, turn her off. I'm tired of hearing her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tired of seeing her face. Like, you know, like she's getting corny now. It's played out already. It's like sometimes I feel like artists are trying so hard. They are actually draining themselves and their creativity by trying to supply to the masses who are never going to be satisfied at this point.
Exactly, yes.
Because it's just the stimulus is just too fast. People's attention spans is too short. And it's just really hard to keep up. So work at your own pace. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that you're happy with what you're putting out, because so easily things can turn on you.
So I'm basically hearing from you then, you know, if I can attach to that, what you're saying is that social media, it still can be of some help, but it sounds like the old school method still works for artists today. At least that's what I'm hearing.
I think like you have to kind of like it's like a little bit of both. Like you kind of have to take some of that grassroots, old school, like even like the physical flyers, giving them out. You know what I'm saying? Actually having people out there, kind of like street team for you. That stuff is getting lost, but that stuff is really important still. Even though a lot of people are online, you know what I'm saying? People still exist physically in the world, and you know, I mean that interaction goes a long way, and you know. It's harder and harder to get people to come out to shows, and that's because people are not engaging anymore.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? People are not interested at this point. It's just like flashes in front of their eyes when they scroll down their timeline. It's just everybody's a preacher now. Everybody wants to give a positive message when most of the time they're living a negative lifestyle.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? It's very what's the word? Contradictory. People are being extra. So I like to just try to balance a little bit of both. I think, phone calls are a great thing, the
Right.
personal touch, reaching out to people, actually having a real relationship instead of just all of this virtual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Get up with people, you know what I'm saying? Go to dinner. Do stuff like that. I mean, I remember when it was a big deal to take a DJ out to dinner and sit them
Yeah.
down and speak
Yeah.
about your business plan and get them behind you. Nowadays, it's just like, what do? You show up at the strip club where they at, buy 2 bottles, throw them some bread, and leave. And then do they care about you later? Not really.
No, not really.
You
Yeah.
didn't develop a relationship.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that too. Great segue. What frustrates Malareignz about the music industry?
Oh, you don't wanna
Everyone.
ask me
The
that, 'cause then we're
I
gonna
am
go
getting you
for a long
started. The DJs, the radio people, the companies. Because you and your partner, y'all run your company
Yeah.
by yourself. You're very independent. What frustrates you about the industry today?
Yeah, just the fact of being independent is difficult. You know what I mean? These people in the industry, I'm not gonna say everybody, but there's a lot of people in the industry who are milking independent artists for everything that they have. Being an independent artist, you don't have the same budget that a label has that for marketing and things like that. You have to be really creative. You have to cut corners, and all these people in the industry know how hard it is and the struggle. So, sometimes they knock you in the head, like when you try to come to them for services and they want to charge you what they charge the label. It's like, that's not being fair. You know that independent artists don't have what the label has.
Right.
They don't have the same resources. They don't have a lot of these things. What they do have is raw talent and a lot of swag and creativity. So what these people are doing is they're milking these artists for everything: their money, their swag, their creativity. They're promising them exposure in return, but these
Yeah.
artists are bringing 40, 50 people out. All these people are paying at the door. They basically made the show popping. They promoted the crap out of it. You know what I'm saying? And then they get there and they can't even get a bottle. They get no respect. There's not even a green room. I mean, they're sitting with everybody. I mean, it's just, there's it's a way to treat people.
Right.
That is what really bothers me, the disrespect of artists. And mainly the disrespect of independent artists, because I think all artists are getting disrespected across the boards. But because the independent artists don't have that same budget and the same backing from the label and industry people in general, key people, they don't get as disrespected.
Right.
There's certain lines people are not going to cross because that can affect their own money and their own career. But independent artists, man, they're getting stepped all over, and it just gets me so mad. I think that's why me and Jay, we got together and we said we're going to do something to try to help as many artists as we can from our platform, and also a platform that we're now a part of. So we try to do the best we can, and we try to look out for other artists too,
Well,
when we work with them and stuff.
Well, obviously, it never made you give up because, again, since the last time me and you spoke and seeing each other, you just stayed on the run, which is good. I'm glad to see that you didn't let the frustration or the struggle or the industry made you say, okay, throw my hands up and quit. Because obviously you see things now on the greener side, don't you? Let's talk about the new track, Greener Side. Let's
Yes,
talk
sir.
about this. How'd you come up with this track, The Greener Side?
I don't even know, man. I just got the beat. I got the beat from Hitman, producer Hitman. Shout out to him. And it was like this just gritty, hard, sounded like dungeony kind of music to me. It was like very dark. And I don't even know how I got to the greener side. I was just thinking, it's always, people, underestimating me.
Right.
And I've been dealing with this my whole life because I'm short, but no Napoleon jokes. But you know what I'm saying? But because of that, because it bothered the other people so much, it didn't bother me. It bothered other people that it made them speak to me about it and say things to me about, ask me how tall am I or whatever. So, I always had to have this guard up. I had to be protective of myself and my energy. And then coming to the music side of it, me being the way I look, me being so light skinned, me being petite, a lot of people always try to brush me off. So I had to work twice as hard.
Right.
So, I got to a point where when I hear this beat or whatever, just so much aggression and, came out. And just a lot of personal stuff too I was going through, in my personal life and with friends and stuff like that. People I thought that were really down for me that weren't.
Right.
So this kind of inspired, everything I was going through kind of inspired this, people being fake, me not wanting to deal with it. And just, I got to a point where I'm like, I'm tired of worrying about everybody else.
No.
I'm already good. So that's basically what Greener Side's about. Like, I'm not stressing what's over there. I know what I have over here is already good.
Right.
That's the Greener Side.
Wow. Well, I mean, you sound like she's saying to me, she's saying to all of y'all out there, everyone, last one of y'all, Jacquees, Cardi B,
Oh my
Nicki
God.
Minaj, all of y'all. Things are on the greener side for her. F y'all. She's now. Let me.
Because you doing too much.
No. Actually, I joke about that a lot, but I will say this, not joking, and I don't care who take this because I'm a hip hop artist, and y'all ain't gonna say nothing, and I'm a legend, so I've done it already. What I'm saying is that I've watched her develop herself as a artist and a rapper. Can't say that much for a lot of people who I've seen today, and I'm not saying you to answer that. I'm just saying this is my answer to you, watching you all the years that I've watched you do your work. You're not new to this game. And you're right. A lot of people in the music industry, if you don't play their game with them, for them, or whatever game they want you to play a part of, they feel that they don't have to respect you enough.
Right.
I say this now before letting you go. I respect you. I have always respected you.
Thank you.
Love the fact how you and your partner, y'all get together, you run your game the way you run your game.
Yeah.
Those who like it will like it. My purpose of calling you, because the greener side.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you got me. You got me since Soul Slap. You got me since anything and everything that you do. And that coming, I'm just speaking for me. I appreciate that. Now, I would drop some names, but I ain't going to drop no names because this is all about the green side because we living nice now. We ain't worried about nobody. But I love it. I like it. Please tell everybody where they can purchase the greener side because it's out now.
Yes, Greener Side is out right now by me, Malareignz. You can go to any digital streaming platform, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. It's there. And make sure to check out the video, which is fire. It's on Vivo, it's on YouTube, and it's going to be a lot of places very soon.
All right, well, good.
That's
good.
coming very soon.
Well, good. Mala, I love you. I thank you so much and I got to be honest, when I put out a phone call to you, and I say, hey, Mala, I need you to come through, you automatically, with no hesitation, no, Rick, no. I'm talking. With no hesitation, I'm sorry, Rick, I didn't mean to do that. I put a phone call out to Mala with no hesitation. She said, Bobby, no, I'm too busy. No, she did. No, she did. I'm playing. No, she did. She actually said, Bobby, once the record is done, I'm ready to roll, I'm coming through. And she came through, and I thank you for that. And I'm going to put you on blast again, please, whatever you're doing, whether it's a club or party or any event that you're doing and you need this, because we're iHeartRadio.
Yes.
We're connected with them now.
Yes.
Nexus. So anytime you need a platform to say, hey, look, months ahead, though. So if you got something going on in March, just be like, yo, Bobby, I need to come up in January. We need to talk about what we got going on, wherever in March through your audience, and I got you.
I got something I can say right now.
Good, please.
Okay, so we have a show happening February 8th in
Oh, there you
Miami,
go.
Florida.
In Florida?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
At the SQL Lounge. This is going to be a dope event, and I'm actually looking for a Latin trap artist.
Okay.
So this is iHeartRadio. People is out there all over the country. Make sure you hit me up. Go to my Instagram at Malareignz, MALAREIGNZ. I'm looking for a Latin trap artist. So if you know anybody that's super dope, DM me. Hit me in the DM and tag them. We're looking for them. February 8th, SQL Lounge in Miami, Florida.
There you go. All right, then. See? There it is.
Yeah,
That's the platform for my girl Mala right there. Well, anyway, thank you so much for the love and support that you give me.
Thank you for having me.
And I definitely give it back in return because you're wonderful people. And I watch and I like what you and your partner, Jay, what y'all doing. Y'all got my support continuously.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all go to the website, too, scholarvmg.com. ScholarVMG is the indie label. We base out in New York. It's my partner, J30, and myself. We a one-stop shop. So you can come, get everything done. Distribution, videos, recording, studio, beats, hooks, songs, everything. Coaching, development, everything.
Well,
we give what the labels don't give. You know what I'm saying? So
Good.
come talk to us.
There it is. And again, DM her. Definitely talk to her. These are my peoples. These are family over here. I support them 100%. Please purchase the greener side because things is looking very well for Malareignz on the greener side. Thank you so much, Mala, for coming
Thank
to
you,
hang out with me
Bobby.
tonight.
Thank you for having me.
The one and only Malareignz is in the building. We'll be back. Check it!
Woo! Hey, what's going on? It's your girl, Malareignz, and you were listening to Party1019.com. Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Malareignz, and you're listening to The Bobby Simmons Show on Party1019.com. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Malareignz, and you're listening to my single, The Greener Side, on The Bobby Simmons Show on Party1019.com. What's up? What's up? This is Malareignz, and you're watching Mic Check 1 2 with Bobby Simmons. You heard?
Things are on the greener side over here. Y'all better come over here.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Malareignz, and I want to wish everybody out there a very happy and healthy new year. Mwah.